Hey right guys, Straight Munchers Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 5 of Bridgerton Season 1. How long until we have, as of recording this, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days until Season 2 comes out, so I reckon we can do it. I reckon we can definitely do that. We'd like to say we're halfway through the season now. Last episode was obviously just super dramatic and getting in the way of a duel, and I know why she said yes. She was kind of like didn't want to she'd rather. Someone put it very well on Patreon. It was like she'd rather go through her life never having children with the Duke over the shame that will be brought upon her and her family if she isn't to marry the Duke, basically. So. She's laid down the law. She's like, no, you know what? We're getting married. That's how it is now. So, which I mean, fair. The Duke's clearly interested in her, and his whole like, oh, I want the family name to die with me and stuff. Like, I get it, because he really hated his dad, and it's like ingrained in him. I think maybe we should have had a bit. I don't know. Maybe in my like, would it have helped for the audience if we had more scenes of flashbacks with the dad? Because to me, my like stance on it is like, your dad's dead. Like, come on. Like, surely you being miserable, never being married to the woman that you clearly love, is like your dad winning in a way. Even though the dad winning from his point of view would be if he was to carry on the family name. I get it. But it's like, oh, come on, bro. You're really going to be miserable for the rest of your life. Is that like, who enjoys that in any way? So, I mean, I guess we'll see. But also, I put the title as episode 3 as like, this is just porn, because it was like when it was getting a bit 50 Shades Grey in episode 3. And I think there's about 4 comments like, you think this is porn? Just wait and see. What's going to happen in like the next 4 episodes? Jesus. I mean, we've had like a couple of sex scenes here and there, but nothing like too like, Game of Thrones-y kind of level of stuff, or Euphoria is even a better example of that. But if this Bridgerton kind of passes that threshold, I'm going to be actually surprised. I'm not going to lie, but we shall see. So episode 5, guys, if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. Like I say, make sure you subscribe definitely if you haven't already, because we will be doing Bridgerton Season 2 on the day that is released, and we'll be going through Season 2 in a matter of days when that is released, so that'd be really cool to do. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, then you can do so, because they'll be linked down below. So yeah, you can, if you want to follow on Instagram, you can see like my new tattoo, which you can't really see, can't get an angle of here, and it's kind of like bloody at the moment, but I mean, you can go see that on Instagram if you want. I don't know, like I can't really, I could pick up the camera, but then I've got to put it back on the tripod, and I'm not doing that. So yeah, let's do this. I've just woken up from a really, a nice slumber dream of standing in the middle of 2 actual guns.
Good morning, miss.
Yeah.
Tube court, whatever it was that sent you home early from the party. I have a terrible headache indeed.
She's acting like, when you're a kid and you pretend to have a headache so you can have a day off school. She's acting like that. Oh, my head.
I've not had a moment to take it in.
But I'm overjoyed.
Did happen pretty quickly, yeah, that's fair.
So in love. I'm not sure how I can be
No one's really vibing, are they?
To marry.
We have a wedding to plan in 3 days. My
3?
You are getting what you always wanted. You are marrying for love.
No. I mean, kind of, but also not really. More like you blackmailed him into marrying you. It's kind of... Not even blackmailed him, she's just like, yeah, we're getting married, that's how it is. See you later.
But I never doubt.
Is that 6 Pomeranians?
Officially betrothed to the Duke of Hastings.
How did you have that info already? Whistledown has to be the mom.
Race to the altar. True love. Or concealing a scandal.
Scandal!
Though, Eloise, I do believe you will know what love feels like soon enough next season.
You think
I don't think Eloise gives a shit about love.
You do.
The attentions of a good and kind man, such as yourself.
Then I can only wish you a lifetime of contentment with your new husband.
Yeah, you're not fairs. He could have been an absolute prick about it, but
Bridgerton.
he seems pretty chill. Can't hate him, really. He's a bit bland and dull, but...
I certainly hope the Duke's proposal was at least half as romantic as that.
There he is.
I thought he was going to be on a steed.
Well, do not make haste
Just
on our
walking.
account.
She's had enough.
Did you bring the bar with you, boy?
Perhaps.
Good start.
Promenade?
I think it looks like he's been crying. Probably has.
I
I still don't
was
ship
going to
these
ask
two,
if
by the
you
way.
tried
I really thought I would at
to
this
do
point,
more
but I
eggs
really
than
don't.
We are so happy.
Very much so.
Oh, everyone picked up on that. Everyone saw that. God, they're miserable. This is just... this is just sad.
I remember that feeling. The nerves of new love.
Something like it.
She knows. They both know, I think. I think that she's just trying to, like, put on an act.
Madame Delacroix, good day. May I?
She's not here.
I only take a moment of her time.
Bloody...
She does not
I thought he was going to jump
owe me
through
her
the
time alone. She
screen.
does not owe me anything.
Have you not done enough?
Damn. She eyed him up and down when she said that. Mate, do you do anything but read the newspaper? Oh no, yeah, gamble money away first.
I shall need to bring you something unexpected. A bushel of tomatoes, perhaps.
No, do a lizard. No one expects a lizard.
Years from seriously thinking about marriage, and I would hate to think Marina is simply wasting her time. Time she simply does not have, of course.
Of course, yeah. I get you jealous of the situation, but don't ruin it for... I don't even know her name. Just say Serene.
Rose, you're the future Duchess's lady's maid. You must know these things.
Oh yeah, I should know these things. Just know all these little minute details.
The wedding gown is a long way from being finished.
Daphne, how lovely to see you.
Daphne!
The wedding dress will be ready on time. Well, I suppose it depends on how much time you and the Duke spend outdoors.
Yeah, there it is.
But you are fond of a midnight garden stroll, I believe.
How did she even... I mean, it's clear she followed them, but...
And then you lured him into those gardens to trap him into marriage.
That's... Yeah.
I never would have imagined that Bridgerton would ever come to know such...
I mean, she has no evidence of this, so this
You
is
should
pointless
consider your
conversation.
words. I'd imagine a man like the Duke does not take kindly to being forced into anything.
Little rivalry. I'm here for it. I love the Queen.
I am happy for them. Everyone is happy for them. You have read of what your dear visitor
No one's that
writes.
happy, really, about this episode.
While you may be content to accept defeat, it is certainly not how I approach things.
Yeah, there's gonna be too many problems about this. It's just... and we still have 4 eps left, so it's like clearly, yeah, not gonna get to plan.
Apologies for my tardiness. Not at all. The Archbishop has yet to arrive.
Awkward. Well, they tried to kill each other last night.
Perhaps, my lord, you should not.
Denied?
Oh,
What on earth for?
For some reason, the Archbishop of Canterbury did not think he owed me an explanation.
If we
What?
are to make this
Oh,
this
great.
wedding, it gives Cressida Cowper, not to mention Whistledown and anyone else, far too much time to uncover the truth of what happened in that garden.
I love how all they did was have a kiss, and it's like this big ordeal back there. It's like, oh my bloody god! It's like,
It is not the Archbishop. It is the Queen. Perhaps she's taken your rejection of her nephew to heart.
yeah, that will
Or
make
perhaps she's
sense.
simply
Tell her you are in love. Plain and simple.
Yeah, they got to put on the performance of a lifetime for this. Because I feel like they are in love, but they're kind of not. But they kind of are. I don't even know anymore. They seem like they hate each other.
Where is the dinner I was promised?
She's got priorities, right? Straight on with the food. It's everyone in this show is. I love this guy. He just wants to do his art, his own little storyline. This guy's living the good life. While everyone else is having their own little mardy affairs.
But I'm receiving far too warm a welcome here.
Is this when the porn kicks in? That you lot of so adamantly warned me off. This guy's living the life!
If I were to marry Mr. Bridgerton, you would be connected to what I gather is a very powerful family indeed.
She knows how to
Think
play
what
her.
that could do for your girls.
Yeah.
I shall accept Lord Rutledge,
Really?
with a smile on my face. That is only assuming we wait until the wedding night to consummate the union.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You will seduce him.
Oh, she's gonna have a panic attack, God. I do feel bad for it, sucks, but like, he ain't interested, I'm sorry, like, what? Maybe he shouldn't have danced with it, I don't know, did he give I don't think he really gave an impression, though.
My king.
Also, my corpse is barely hanging on by a thread.
After your meal, perhaps we could take a walk like we used to do.
And how is dear Emily?
Denied.
What have you done?
Yeah.
What have you done? No, you come back here. She has killed my child.
God. Well, there you go. That's all you need to see, really, isn't it? Get an idea of that.
He will be a good husband to you. Good father as well. Miss?
Yeah, maybe not.
He cannot have children.
I was just telling her that. What, she's Miss
I should not
Whistledown?
pretend to understand the extent of his
Oh,
physical
no. They said about
impediment, but
not having the time and all that stuff.
I shall not keep you, Rose. You must have 100 things to do.
Of course, miss. Good night.
Oh, Rose, she's pretty cool.
You smell bad.
Oh, and he's just dipped. He's just done that and dipped. What a hero.
The Viscount certainly owes you something after shooting at you.
Alice.
What? I'm sure His Grace understands the basic tenets of marriage.
She's just like, I don't care. She's just like,
Everything
telling us
you
it is.
know, I know, and everything I know. Well, you eventually catch up.
Pay her no mind. That's what I do.
I ship these two more than I do. These two are actually kind of wholesome. They give the perfect amount of screen time for these dogs. I'll give the show that. Oh yeah, here we go. Performance of a lifetime
As low as
time.
you can go, Lady Danbury.
What a shot.
While I was deeply flattered by the attention of your nephew, the Prince, I
Found him
simply
rather
couldn't ignore your
boring.
outstanding affection for the Duke.
Never
You
told
see,
she's
Your
thinking.
Majesty, it was love at first sight.
It was not, Your Majesty.
What, Simon, calm down.
Not to mention the sister of my best friend, and so romance was entirely out of the question for both of us.
He's got really long
But in so
arms.
removing it,
Kind of
we
like a
found
Slender Man
something
there.
Far greater. We have fooled them into thinking we are courting. And really, all along, we simply enjoyed each other's company so much we could not stay away from one another.
I mean, yeah, if that is the truth at least. At least up till the last step.
To meet your best friend and the most beautiful of women is something entirely apart.
This is good. I never got the
It is
feeling
with
that
my
they were
sincerest
best
apologies, I must say, to the
friends.
Prince coming along for me to realize I did not want Miss Bridgerton to only be my friend. I wanted her to be my wife.
I felt like they needed one more
I
episode
want her
in between where he cut everything off.
And so I plead with you.
I feel like we've got enough scenes. Because they had the scene of like with the painting in front of them, which was really good. And then like a scene later they cut it off. Yeah, I felt like we just needed a bit more time with them to like having conversation. I know they had a lot of it, but I don't know. It was only 2 eps really. Not even that, like an ep and a half. And then he cut everything off. What's this techno music? Wow, please.
It is said that marriage hath in it.
Ep 5 and they're married, there you go. Like the whole like, oh, we're gonna fool the world that we're pretending we're interested. I thought that would go on for ages. I'm not complaining, I think it would have got boring if it was like 8 episodes of that. Bravo! Hey, look at the cake. That is a mountain of cake. Another pie. More food. Oh, it all looks so nice.
Congratulations are in order.
Go away.
Being friends, after all.
Now, where is Colin?
You can choose anyone but him.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
He is my friend, Marina. I have known him forever. And I do not want him to be tricked and deceived into a lifelong commitment. You must not do this
That
to a
isn't
good man.
it. That isn't it. You just have a crush on
Should I
him.
perhaps entrap a bad man then? I will be a good wife to Colin, and he a good husband and father. However young and well liked.
Even though, yeah, like, not telling him
You'll
about...
be delighted to know that Lord Rutledge is no longer available. How terrible.
Just hope that whatever you have planned for Mr. Bridgerton actually works.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Actually, no, I don't. I don't know. She's not going to tell him that she's pregnant, and then she's going to plan to have sex with him, like, in the next, day, and then pretend the baby's his. Like, no. But I do get her dilemma of, like, everyone else is just... I don't know. A worm.
I'm beginning to feel a little bit faint. Perhaps you know of a more private place where I might...
Oh yeah, we can go to the toilet.
Certainly, Miss Thompson, please.
Or what would they call it? The laboratory? I don't know what they call them at the time. Oh, a study. Boring.
This is much more comfortable, thank you.
Yeah, look, all these
Though
books
it
no
is
one's ever going to
still
read.
Quite loud?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no on this. A big no.
Then marry me.
There you go.
I know we have only known each other a short while, but... Well,
These proposals back then were just...
I would be
wild,
delighted to marry you.
Then what are we waiting for?
My thoughts exactly.
We will marry by the end of the season.
It's a rather long engagement.
Or simply romantic. You deserve a grand wedding. Our families will need time to plan. It would be wonderful.
Oh, God. At least you had the respect for that. Hey, people who propose at other people's weddings, oh my God. Bro, you'd be thrown out. I wouldn't give a shit. If I'm having a wedding and someone else is proposing and the court... Get out. God. That shit makes me cringe. So I like the brother's like, you know what, we're not going to tell anyone because it's my sister's day. So I like that guy.
He enjoys spreading secrets, do you not?
Dear child, have you lost your wits? Everyone enjoys secrets. Otherwise, why would Lady Whistledown's paper be so successful? I am flattered by your accusation, but it is simply not true.
She's confronting everyone.
What evidence I have gathered in my investigation of Lady Whistledown. Are you requiring your queen to ask again? Tell me what you know.
Oh, these two are going to team
I
up.
believe her a widow.
Here he is. My God, I like every other Bridgerton.
Enjoyable party. Indeed.
I like the main character as well. Daphne. Just
The other night. What happened the other night?
wink, wink.
Very well.
Nose, nose.
Dearest, I believe you know Mr. Bridgerton.
Oh, he has a wife.
My wife.
Yep.
Mrs. Lucy
God.
It is a pleasure, Mr. Bridgerton.
Yeah, down that.
The marital act, which, now that you are married, you may perform. If it is this difficult to discuss...
Yeah, this is a mess.
2 hounds in the country.
Bassets, in fact.
That is right. Well, no one explained it to them.
You're using the dogs as an example.
They are bringing the carriages around. It is time.
While they're going on their honeymoon. Bloody... They've speedrun the concept of marriage.
We want to miss all of you. Terribly.
Even me?
Even you.
I feel like she's closest to him, even though, like, he's a
I
bit
have
of a
present
knob
for you.
sometimes.
The certainty that you will make your own way in this world. I'm sure of it, Eloise.
There you go. We actually know quite a good amount about all the characters there, which is quite good. Minus, like, the 2 young ones, I guess, but... They've done a good job with the Bridgertons, like, as a family. Who's the best Bridgerton? Yeah, I think for me it's between Eloise and Circumference, or whatever his name is. Benedict.
So we will be spending our wedding night at the inn.
What?
Yeah.
Should have told you.
This is just depressing. I'd actually rather they just be cheesy in love at this point.
I requested a separate room.
Yes.
Should I?
Yes.
Yes.
This is sad. Truly sad. It's gonna be at the door! Oh.
We should go down to dinner. Daphne? You're not hungry? Food is excellent here, I assure you. Last time I visited...
I do not want any dinner.
Why? You eat every other scene.
Because I could not bear witness to the misery I have caused you.
It's been pretty miserable.
The one who trapped you into this marriage.
I trapped you.
Great.
Everything I told the Queen was true.
I think these two just need to kiss and make up, really. Is what it boils down to.
Stop thinking of you. I am yours, Daphne. I have always been yours.
Not always. You met about
I don't understand.
a month ago.
Why do you think I followed you into that garden?
Why do you think I went into that garden?
Literally,
You
you blind.
looked at me this week for longer than 2 seconds, you would have seen. It is you I cannot sacrifice. I burn for you.
That's literally all they needed to say. It took 2 seconds to get that out. There you go. Now we can have a happy marriage for 3 apps. No, it's still too soon. Because it's the big porn scene.
Do you want me to stop?
50 Shades of Grey scene. Not that that was like the most tame porn film ever. I don't even know what that was.
Show you more.
You want to show you how to do Willy Windmills? On a scale of 0 to 10, how much porn do you think the scene will be? I'm going to go a tame 4. I don't think it's going to be like when the brothers shut the door. That was like a 1. So I'm going to go like a 4 with this. We'll see. 10 being like Euphoria, Game of Thrones level of... Oh no, 10 should be like actual just literal porn. So then Game of Thrones would be like a 8. And Euphoria a 9. That's how we're going to do our porn scale rating. My prediction for this is a 4.
Did you touch yourself?
Oh.
Like we talked about.
Raising the scale, maybe?
Show me.
My guy!
I cannot.
This is the scene you guys meant, innit? You dirty devils, I knew it. I knew something was coming up. Imagine acting this scene though. Every time I watch these scenes I'm like, yo, these... How awkward would it be having camera crew just there? Like for porn stars it's like, you know, you kind of know you get... Yo, my guy's got his bum out. So like literally this guy had to do that with a cameraman there like zooming in on his arse. Do you think he like farted in the camera's face just for jokes? Surely you'd think about it, maybe. Just for like a second, you're like, I might do it. Might be a 5. I might No, I've already... My prediction was a 4. I can't change my prediction. We'll see what it actually is when, you know, all's done and done. Yo, she's buzzing! I mean, it's Simon, bro. Like, yo, I'm glad I didn't watch this show with my mum. God. You know someone out there has watched this show with their parents. You okay? Yeah, it was like a... But like a 5, 6. A 6, yeah. I'm gonna go 6. You never really see like a full sex session commence.
How do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
Boo! Oh, and it ended there. Yo, was that the... How long was that? So it ended at 50... We'll say 58. They started at... I don't know why I'm so interested in when they... Do we count the, like, foreplay, undressing... You know what? I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna count it. So this is when it's all like, I burn for you. And they started getting down to business at the... We'll say 53-minute mark, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 minutes! Yeah, I'm going to go 6 out of 10 on the porn scale on that one. You know, not quite Game of Thrones, not quite Euphoria. Euphoria, you literally see prosthetic cock and balls, so I mean, it's, you know, I don't think Bridgerton's going to go that far with it, but, yeah, pretty good job, there you go. Alright, that is episode 5 of Bridgerton Season 1. Where do they go from here? Because they seem pretty, based off that scene, pretty content with where their relationship's at now, so I don't think there's going to be much, well, I know there's going to be, because there's like 3 episodes left, but I was going to say I don't think there should technically be much drama left with these two, but of course there will be. I'm curious what it will actually be, but we'll see. Because the Queen's fine with it. Everyone's fine with it. Those two definitely seem fine with it now. Maybe it's like him coming around on the idea of having children, I guess. I don't really know. But it's like, what do you say for season 2? You know, I did read someone saying that each season's going to be about a different character in the Bridgerton family, because that's how the books are. It's like each book is, I could be wrong on this, but each book's like a different member of the family and their story. That would make sense if that is the case, and I hope that is the case, because I don't, you know, with these two, I think they're both good characters for sure, but I just don't really see where the story goes past this season. I'm very curious to see. I think they should still be in season 2, and I really hope they are, but we'll wait. Because then I'm like, is it going to be a different story of someone in the Bridgerton family who's like way in the future, so it's not even to do with any of these characters, or is it someone like the brother, like Benedict, like his story in season 2 or something? I'm not really sure. I guess I'll find out. I'm sure you guys know this anyway, but like I'll find out in a few days. How many days was it exactly? I can't remember, but yeah, in a week or 2. So yeah, those two, they were just kind of down in their luck with this episode, and then yeah, you know, they just kind of had that conversation at the end and made it very clear, which I'm glad. I don't think we should have gone into episode 6 with them two just being depressed about the situation. Because that's why I was confused. I was like, they clearly both actually love each other, but I guess maybe they never really had that conversation with each other and never knew if the other... I think it was like the other person, each person thought that the other person was trapped and stuck in the marriage, and that's why they felt shit about it, because they didn't actually just talk about it, which makes sense. But it was starting to like get on a bit, like, oh come on, let's just... And then they, you know, wrapped it up pretty much at the perfect time, I think, in that scene. So that was all good stuff. We have Benedict going around being an artist, having orgies. He's my guy. He's just cool. Eloise still trying to figure out who Whistledown is. She's a really cool character as well. I need to get her name up, but the character who's pregnant, I'm not sure how I feel about her. I think she's like a good character, but like this whole plan to like have the guy, or the Bridgerton, I don't know which Bridgerton name that is. So her name is... It's not Alice. Marina? Marina, I guess. I never would have even guessed that one. Marina and Colin. Yeah, Colin. Colin seems alright. Is a, you know, not the most interesting Bridgerton, but they're... Yeah, Marina trying to like make out that, you know, they're gonna have sex and then she's gonna pretend the baby's his. It's a bit like, oh come on, what are we doing here? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't agree with it, but I kind of get it from her point of view, because it's like that, or she has to marry some sweaty old 70-year-old. It's like, who would be willing to take on the burden of a baby and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I think I'll have to see more of that story to really get a definitive answer on it. But I do like Marina as a character, and I do like Colin, but I just need more of their story. I think it's an interesting story, but I really like the Queen. She's cool. The mum's cool, as we know anyway. So yeah, overall, I'd say pretty good episode. I'll give it a 7.7 out of 10, I think. Overall, pretty much as good as... This show's been consistent, I think, throughout the whole thing. I don't think any episode's been truly fantastic, like great yet. But I do think they've all been consistently very, very good. Like, not low good, because low good's like a base 7 or 7.2 or something. But they've been all high 7s, I think, so far. So I'm enjoying the show, and I'm intrigued to see how it wraps up. We still have 3 hours left, so maybe not quite the right words, but... yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And if you do want the early and uncut reactions to Bridgerton, they're only early by like a day or 2. But if you want access to those, then a link to the Patreon page will be in the description and one of the comments down below. Like I say, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because we'll be wrapping up this season and doing season 2 pretty much straight away, I'd assume, by the time we're done with this. So yeah, until next time, take care. Peace.